Hey everyone, welcome to Kip TV. I am Kip. Today I've got a match for you on Badwater. The last game of the regular season for UGC Highlander is between two South American teams. We have a Ducto versus Commanders eSports. So let's meet the Ducto team, shall we? There, starting on blue, we have Wade as medic. Emenike is scout, knight is soldier, no regular play is spy, Anger Bell is sniper, Pico Piedra is going to be engineer, Drimus is demo man. Sorry, I was distracted by the fact that Cygnus is heavy. That's not the Cygnus, the platinum pyro Cygnus, I don't think. And then don't look at me as pyro. So. And then over on the Commanders eSports, we have Clinks as Scout, Arm W is Pyro, Fakes is going to be Sniper, Para is Soldier, Fury is Heavy, Kame is Engineer, Enrique, depending on your pronunciation, and my pronunciation is terrible, so it's going to be Henrique, is Doberman, Sphinx as Medic, and Hughes, or as they say, Way, is it? Anyway, he is Spy. I'm going to pronounce it Hughes. Because, like I said, my pronunciation is horrible. So, yes, this is South America, who does have their own UGC division in Highlander, and sixes, I believe. But I class mostly their Highlander stuff. Now I don't even know if they have sixes. But anyway, it's a growing division. A lot of great players in there. I was fortunate enough to cast their All-Star games and also their finals, season finals. So, a lot of good stuff coming out from South America division. Right now, we're just watching the build from Kame, which is a pretty standard build. He got some suicides. He'll be able to get everything up in time. Just make sure he's got to get that teleporter down, but he should be okay. He's running that Jag, which will give you a little bit of a boost. Oh, there is the teleporter. It was hiding in the place that everybody puts their teleporter. Well played, Cam. Well played. Anyway, let's get on... So yeah, I don't think that's their Cygnus, but how common is the name Cygnus? Anyway, well, let's get on the Drimus cam, because Demo Man bombs out here on Badwater are awfully common. I'm excited to see what may happen, possibly, question mark. You obviously want to try to get in there and force the medic as soon as possible. A lot of spam coming out, so it looks like Drimus is not going to do one of those big jumps, but instead do a little more of a conservative push right here. It's going to follow his scout out, who gets lit on fire. So yeah, there is the entire red team there. That's something you're not going to want to push by yourself. But right now, Red has this great presence on the cliff, but not a whole lot of presence over on the left. And as you can see, a blue soldier's running a direct hit, and he's having just free range at that sentry gun right now. He's doing a great distraction technique, whereas now the gun is wrangled and facing him. They didn't know. Oh, man. The blue Uber was popped. It was a good pop, except a nice pyro air blast gets it out of there. In comes some stickies. It probably... Oh, man, the sentry gun survives. The dispenser goes down, but sentry gun with that shield up does survive. However, a lot of time on the cart right there. So really nice work from both sides. Unfortunately, unfortunately for blue, it looks like it's the red defense that's going to last out a little bit longer, but that sentry gun is super, super hurt right now. Drimus knows it. He actually has, oh, I'm sorry, I was looking at the other engineer, but sentry gun, yeah, still up. They did lose Wade in all of that action right there, so the medic for blue is going to have a significant disadvantage, but it's not like red is really going to pop because they have nowhere to push blue back to. So Drimus just going to continue trying to get some spam down there, but again, with that shield on, Kame looks like he knows what he's doing. It's going to be significantly harder now with the combined engineer sap and some spam coming from the heavy, but that shield goes up. He's looking really good. Is he running that rescue ranger? He is indeed, but he's not able to save it, and Knight finally gets that sentry with that direct hit. So Kame is out of here. Wade, meanwhile, goes down. I don't think he had that Uber, but he was fairly out of position that if he was that much in danger. When that med goes down, the blue med goes down, the red Uber is popped right there. Not a whole lot they can do. They don't have oh, what did I see? I saw a spy right there. Wanted to get that on. No regular play, though. Not able to track down that medic. Oh, because Sphinx went down right there, down to the heavy. Only one red player left alive on this defense, and we'll see if the soldier can go huge. But, oh, he's going to get behind the cart, but no, spotted out by Cygnus right there, who takes him out. So nice play right there. Faker trying to get something, or Fakez trying to get something going on, maybe an important medic pick right now. Wade has a little bit of an Uber advantage, and that's going to be significant when I said blue has a Uber advantage. So that's to be significant when they charge the roof. Some nice protection on this roof going on here. Level 2 being wrangled again. We can see this defensive team really knows what they're doing, or at least Cam does. But he's getting some great support from his Pyro here. Got to get that up to level 3, and needs his heavy and medic up here for this defense. Where are red, heavy, and med is the question. But it looks like in comes the blue attack. They did pop right as they got it, and they did take down Sphinx right there. It's actually Knight who took down Sphinx with a direct hit from... I'm not even sure where he was. I think he was on the ground. But so Sphinx dropped before he could get that Uber up. Meanwhile, though, the Uber were off. Wade was out of position, or was in a very vulnerable position, as Cygnus was unable to protect him, and they both go down. So Red still holding on to the roof. So what a nice hold right there on Kames. Obviously, a sentry gun not going down. So really nice defense we got going on here from Commanders eSports. So we're just going to wait for another blue push. And we'll check in on the no regular play cam, as he could play a big part. Oh, medic runs into him. He knows he's around, needs to get a stab in there, not able to do so, and Sphinx takes him out with that. Oh, I was watching the wrong spy. Wouldn't you know it? Of course I was watching the wrong spy. It looks like Hugh or Hui or whatever you want to call him did get a backstab on Wade. So a nice stab right there. Also a nice headshot from Fakez taking out Drymus. That's just going to prolong the push even more, because Drymus might have been able to do something like a soft push, but not obviously going to be able to do that when he's dead. That would be quite the feat, doing a push when you're dead. I feel like a really good demo man like Banny could probably pull that off, but I don't know. So let's check out this positioning here from, oh, a nice takedown, no regular play, depending on his revolver right there. But yeah, this positioning here from Red, it's very roof centered, so that's obviously working out for them right now. The unfortunate part is if Scout, Sniper, anybody gets behind these lines right here, Spy, they can wreak havoc on Spawn, and also just put themselves in a good position for the third point. Now the sentry gun did go down, but with such a good player presence here, it doesn't really matter. Wade went down again. Oh, poor Wade. He's having the hardest time staying alive. Red could potentially pop the Uber here to draw attention away from the roof while Kame builds up his level 3 sentry gun, but it's almost at level 3 right now because Kame is just so on top of this, and yeah, there it goes. So really no need to pop. Red is just going to wait just a little bit longer. Let's get on the Wade cam because he's been having a hard time. Looks like we may have an AFK. That's never good. But yeah, so Wade right now is essential. He stays alive. He's going to have to play very conservative. And like right now, I'm not sure I'm crazy about this positioning because his heavy is taking a lot of fire right there, and a stray rocket could easily take him out. Also, you when you're positioning yourself in here, in this room, you are displaying yourself vulnerable on all 4 sides. So enemies can attack from all 4 sides, and regardless, he will survive. They did take down a Red soldier, so having that threat out of the way, it looks like they are going to try to move forward the roof. Or at least they should. Oh, barely escaping a sniper puller right there. That's what they are concerned with. But we should see this pop here soon. Priority number 1 is going to be taking out that Pyro. We'll see if they'll be able to do it because there's air blasting just everywhere. Blue can't get through the door right here, and a really nice defense again from this red team. The Uber's going to last a little bit longer. They will be eventually blown away, but Blue Pyro goes down. Sentry's shield is up, and oh, down goes Cygnus right there. Fury was spun up, and great protection. Fury getting a double K right there. What? Fake as getting a snipe on no regular play, but no regular play got that that sapper down. So meanwhile, roof is empty except for Hui and teleporter, so potentially Red could still get something up. It looks like Cam's gonna fall back, which is absolutely the right idea right now. A hold of this is gonna be above 5 minutes for Commanders eSports, which is gonna be a really nice time for 2 points here on Badwater. Guess who's dead? Wade is dead. I didn't catch that. I'm so sorry, Wade. But yeah, he's not having an easy time. Meanwhile, Fury is just having a blast. And Cygnus has more points than Fury. That's interesting. So we'll get on. We'll get some sniper cam action right here. Anchor Bell's gonna have to is performing a central role right here and trying to discourage anybody from coming this way to get back onto roof. But in order for that role to be like truly essential, you have to get that teleporter off the roof. Oh man, but it's going to be very difficult for Blue to come back here with less than a minute left. Wade has 30% right now. And actually, Sentry Gun, or the teleporter, is down on the roof. Only a scout right here. So this hold is pretty much done for, you would think. But there is an Uber laying in wait. Let's get on the Wade cam, because he's the one that this is very much depending on. Right now they could potentially do a soft push because there's no sentry gun that they need to take down. They just need these frags, but they're taking a lot of span right here. Wade is going to push forward with his teams. A nice sticky takes down Henrique. Oh, but the Uber's popped from Red. That's obviously the threat in pushing forward when you don't have an Uber, and not sure if they knew about the Uber advantages in that situation. Obviously, probably not. Red looking great here. Commanders eSports holding on. Very nice. Nobody from Blue is going to be able to do anything. There's a spun up heavy. There's a sniper. There's a scout who can just easily stand on the carts. And this is probably going to be the end of the first round. So very unfortunate right there for Ducto. Not able to get past the second point. Ouch. That's gotta hurt. So we'll see if they can drum up some sort of stellar defense, or if we're going to go to a second round with a very comfortable lead. Well, not comfortable, but a very confident Commanders eSports team. So let's take a look at our Red defense. Don't look at me. I feel like I shouldn't be looking at you then. Okay. All right. All right. So we'll see if Paco Pico Piedra can replicate the very nice defense we saw out of Kame in the first round. Yeah, really impressed with his ability to keep his sentry gun up. Good support, obviously. He had his Armwa, his Pybro with him right there. Again, the air blasting is just incredibly frustrating. Potentially, you could have thought about maybe going quick fix there for Ducto, which of course, with the new buff, which isn't new anymore, but with that buff, you don't have any air. You can't be air blasted back. So that could have been something to think about, but obviously this happened in the past, and I have not been able to work on my time machine. I've just been so busy, so time travel is still out of the question, at least for me. Long range sticky coming out of who knows where, but Drymas countering with a sticky resone to take it down. Fiore, whose camera to get on is the question. Just a lot of spam coming off from both sides. Para got in behind the lines. He's super hurt, but I don't know if anybody saw him, so we're going to give him some camera time because this is a very unusual... Okay, well, we'll come back to him. I think no regular play knows he's around. So, yeah, he's been spotted right there. So who's in? Oh, but we go back to the camera and see Sphinx go, but we're going back to the the battle between the sniper, the spy, and the soldier, where really nothing is happening, but the cart just needs to be capped, and there you go, the first round's over. And not really surprising that they got that. Surprising they got it so fast. Surprising the soldier got behind the lines, but whatever. Anyway, we'll be back with the second round soon. And here we are with the second round of this match between two South American teams. First round, ooh, did not look so good for the Ducto team. So they're going to really have to put forward a good defense in this starting round, and then be really aggressive on offense and, you know, try to beat the time, of course. Obviously, that's pretty self-explanatory, or pretty self-obvious, I guess, because that's how you win Highlander. But it bears reiteration, because they had a really, I'll just be honest, it was a bad first round. Now, having said that, Commanders eSports looked pretty darn good in their defense on the first round. Their offense was kind of short, so we didn't get to see the full extent of their offensive capabilities. But we'll keep an eye on that, of course, this round. So let's get on the paracam, because as you recall last round, he somehow got behind the lines of the Red defense onto the roof, and if the game had gone any longer, he might have been able to do something, but as it ended so short, he actually wasn't able to do anything. Drymas, the demo man, going down immediately right there, but yeah, as you can see, Para is behind the lines already, but this time Red was ready for him. Para, knowing his health really well, able to get the jump off, even though he's very low in health right here. Scout is chasing him. And I gotta admit, I wonder what his plan is here. Is he going to try to get back to spawn and destroy teleporters? That's obviously, a boon to the team. But as he's doing this, he is not helping the team spam down the sentry gun. He's not, he is distracting, but he's distracting the scout. So how good is that is the question. Meanwhile, there's tons of stuff going on at the point. Wade has gone down. Looks like the Ubers were exchanged. Blue pretty much being victorious with that, even though there is still a teleporter up and that dispenser. But Pico, oh, well, he's dead now, so he's not going to be able to do anything in terms of setting up on a roof. Here comes Para finally coming back and just exploding. So I'm not exactly sure how victorious he was in his excursions, but regardless, his team was able to get it done without him, and they're so very close to capping right now. I do not like this positioning from Wade. He is way too close. He needs to fall back. Could take a lot of spam. Yeah, obviously taking some right now. Meanwhile, Cygnus, though, is going pretty big, mowing down people who were significantly hurt. He's going to fall back and actually be able to survive that. I definitely thought that he and his medic were both goners after they committed to defending that cart for just a little bit longer. So interesting decisions right there. It turns out it's going to be okay for Ducto, but they are going to be a little tardy in getting to the roof. Definitely Pico Piedra is not going to be able to get a level 3 up immediately, and here comes the blue Uber push, but don't worry, we have a red Uber from Red, obviously, popped a little bit later than the blue Uber, and blue Uber fell off the roof, so what a nice defense right there from Ducto. Sentry gun did go down, but it is rapidly being rebuilt. Let's see, is NG, yep, running that Jag. So we'll see if Pico Piedra, I like saying that, it's a fun name, if he can get that sentry gun up, and then obviously Essential keeping it up. Clinks, as you can hear, took a headshot, so Angler Bell has a nice positioning. Where is that sniper, actually? Oh, Angler Bell went down, there we go. But Sniper, obviously an important role. Sphinx is down as well, that medic, so gonna buy Wade and team a nice little advantage. Probably just gonna hold on to that as they sit on the roof and try to defend. Not a whole lot of room to push blue back, and really not a whole lot to gain from that. But we'll keep an eye on that Uber just in case they do decide to pop it, or in case blue sends a jumper or somebody up to the roof to force that Uber pop, which would be an excellent idea. A spy or a scout or somebody, but again, you're going to have to contend with that level 3 sentry gun. So, oh, here we do have that jumper, and the Uber is popped. Wade went down to about 50 health right there and popped it, and Para gets out of there. So, wow, what a job by the blue soldier. So, Commanders eSports getting a nice break right there. That Uber popped means that they will have their Uber in an Uber advantage very shortly. Meanwhile, the sentry... Meanwhile, the defense on the roof is just kind of collapsing right here. The sentry gun does go down as that Uber's popped, and blue heavy, that is Fury, is just mowing down everything. Needs to turn around and get that scout and finish off that soldier, but so far looking pretty good. His medic did fall down and is on fire, and actually down goes Sphinx right there, but doesn't matter. Cart does get capped. Wade is trying to get some Uber saws in here, and actually does get one and will survive. Knight going huge at the last minute, getting a 2K. Oh, but then he runs into the soldier. No, wait, no! He wanted to get that one Uber saw, and he would have had Uber and been able to run away, but I think he probably should just run away at that point. Oh, but you always want that one last one. It's very tempting, gotta say. Very tempting, and I don't blame him. No blame. Oh, I do blame Sphinx for that, though. No, I blame his entire team. Where's the counter sniping and the calling of the position of the sniper, especially on this this push, because you have such long sight lines, especially from down here. It's a little less typical for a sniper to be up here. So maybe I'll cut Ducto team. I'll cut Commanders eSports team a break right there. But regardless, medic down. Well, he's up again now, but. Will delay their push about 60 seconds. I would think if they have to wait on that Uber push. They may not have to wait because Pico Piedra went down, so no sentry gun is in the mix, or if it is, it won't be repaired. Yeah, I don't see one. I see a teleporter, which is good news. Paco will be up and back to the front line soon. Wade, though, however, went down, and you can see his frozen corpse right there. So that was a nice pick from, is that Hui? Hui does go down, though. Oh! And Emen Nike? Not able to finish it right there. So last minute push by Commanders eSports finally gets that third point capped in time of 5 minutes and 40 seconds. I said finally, but that's pretty nice time right there. So they're looking really good. Only 3 up for red. They're just now getting those respawns. So Ducto is going to have to scurry to get something going here at last. But blue already has their Uber, so not looking great for the Ducto team. Their defense is just kind of collapsing under the weight of this very impressive Commanders team. Oh my God, I didn't think that pop would get off, but Fiore saved just in time, mowing through forces on Ducto, but there's really nobody to kill. They're all very scattered. Look at this positioning from the medic. They went up the stairs and were able to stay alive. Down goes Cygnus, though, so he's left with just Knight, who does take down Henrique, and then Inji Paco getting a kill right there on the spy, and actually I think the soldier pair finished himself off. You can see also 2 stabs right there. Absolutely insane little moment. I thought for sure Commanders eSports would be able to roll through this defense, but somehow, someway, Ducto survived, and with 100% Uber as well. So Wade with a nice little retreat up the stairs, and then some nice defense, and Knight helping out protect his medic too, as he was the only one left alive. A lot of credit goes for that, for keeping up that 100% Uber. So now we just wait for blue to get that Uber up. Let's get back on the Fiore cam. Or, you know what, the Hui's cam. Hui's. The ways? He's looking a little jittery. He's just waiting for this push, obviously. That's what he's doing, duh. But he may have been spotted out. Oh, for totally has been spotted out right now. It takes a lot of damage, but probably will be able to get away alive. Doesn't matter. Here comes a push, so he's not going to be in a position to get that sap down, and that's going to be huge because now it's wrangled. I'm pushing this heavy out of the way. Of course, Pyro doing a lot of crazy work right there. Wow, excellent defense. However, Sphinx went down in that. Oh, I'm sorry, I was looking. Never mind. So excellent defense right there. Sphinx went down, so that was a good follow-up push by. What is his name? Don't look at me. That's right. I'm not allowed to look at him, so I don't know his name. Sorry. So these Pyros have been really doing well in protecting their Ingies and these defensive holds. And like I said, good job, because now that level 3 Centric is still up, ready to go. So, red heavy spotting at the blue spy right there was a huge pick, because Cygnus was able to track down, or at least distract Hui, so he wasn't able to get into position to put that sap down. Sentry gun with its Wrangler on, just almost impervious to damage, it seems like. But hey, it's legal, so you gotta use it, right? That's how I live my life. If it's legal, I'll do it, right? I'm not even sure about that. Okay. Anyway, we're just waiting for this last little charge to get up, and I want to see if we have any blue players in position right here. I was thinking about interesting decision to have Clinks down here. Oh, but he's serving as a distraction while the Sentry gets zapped. So excellent execution right there from Commanders eSports, sending in the Scout to distract so the Spy can get in there, so the Uber can come off. Sentry gun does go down, but the red Uber does a great job of staying alive. However, blue med stayed alive as well. They have to get onto the cart, and nice defense from Knight right there, but he's not able to stop this push. It's going to take Cygnus and his spun up minigun, so wow, that was crazy. Oh, what is Cam doing? Oh, interesting. So he's not using the mini sentry. He's using a regular sentry gun. It does go down immediately. Huey's getting down there and got a sap down on that level 1 being built up by Paco. Paco, though, is on top of that, and that sentry gun will be rebuilt. So blue has to keep putting pressure on this red defense, especially Paco right here, if they want to have a chance of getting this before another Uber push within the next minute or so. But now it looks like they're just going to have to wait for another Uber. So this is very much playing into the plans of Ducto right now. They just have to withstand wave after wave, and oh. I'm trying to figure out whose camera to get on, so let's get on the Hui's camera. As we'll see if the same type of plan goes on. There goes the Uber. He is going to get in there, get the sap down. It's a little late, but doesn't matter. Sentry gun does go down. Fury with that spun up minigun down. Oh, Sphinx did not get away alive. So he's able to... so he's not able to get away alive, but Cygnus the heavy for red did go down to a backstab, so a nice play for him. The blue spy, as he was able to stay alive. Now he's just now respawning. There's no sentry gun or anything, so, well, is there? Clinks is going to see if he can do this by himself, but right now they just need to keep pressure on the cart, obviously. There's respawns are going to be a little longer than blue's respawns for... The respawns for red are going to be a little longer than the blue respawns. Waves gets sniped down in mid-air, so Faker Z with a huge pick right there. No med for red, as blue is again just throwing players at the cart. They ran out for a little bit, but don't worry, there are going to be respawns. And Hui's alive, and he has an Inji in his sight. Oh man, poor Paco. Paco is just so dead. Everyone is dead. Oh, Medic's dead. We'll see who Hui decides to go after right here. Obviously getting that sentry pick would be huge, but you know, getting at that demo would be huge, and of course the medic pick would be huge, because there's so many options. And one of those options is to die, which is usually not the preferable option, but you know, I don't tell him how to live his life. So not able to do any damage in that sense, but he will be alive when the Uber push comes off. Yeah, for a second, never. So we're just gonna get on the waiting cam a little bit more. We'll see what no regular play can do. He's just spying behind the lines. Oh, he got caught out by the pyro, and his Spicicle melted, not able to get a stab right there. Interesting position from blue right here. They're in the secondary map room, as they're ready to push. But it looks like Knight and his demo man know they are there, so they're trying to put damage onto them before they pop. The pop, though, goes off. Spy in position to get the sap down, but the air blasting is keeping this heavy in the corner. Nobody puts the heavy in the corner, and actually they do put the heavy in the corner. Medic is going to abandon him, but doesn't matter. Fury stays alive. Meanwhile, the sentry gun has gone down, but Sphinx went down as well. Wade barely alive, but no, not even going to survive as Hui gets that final pistol kill on him. Meanwhile, Blue Pyro's like, well, no one's touching the card. I think I can do this. But actually, RMW took a ton of damage. We'll have to get back, and now Clinks is just gonna get some time on the clock, time on the cart. Wow, another crazy round, but again, crazy defense from this Ducto team. Oh, interesting. We have the crits going down. So Sphinx, after having gone down after that Uber exchange, decided to go up with the crits to get a little better of an advantage. Right now, they're just doing this soft push, mowing through. The sentry gun wasn't wrangled in time, so it looks like finally, no, just kidding. Dremus, who just spawned, got some huge stickies onto the cart, but he does go down as Para gets a rocket off, and finally, looks like Commanders will be able to cap the cart with a time of 13 minutes and 55 seconds. That is a long time. Generally in Badwater, generally on all payloads, you want to keep it. You want to keep it under 10 minutes. Anything over 10 minutes is a bad time. You ideally like to keep it between like 6 and 8 minutes. That's a pretty good time. Anything under 6 minutes is a really nice time. But so yeah, this is on quite the long side for Commanders eSports to defend. But as we saw in the first round, their defense is very, very strong. Many thanks to this man who isn't even wearing a hat. Oh, he has a mustache, so I guess that's okay. And sunglasses, but no special hat. And he's got his cufflinks. Okay, I guess he's blinged out enough. So we'll see if he can put on a repeat performance of keeping those level 3 sentry guns up much longer than they deserve to be kept up. But we'll see. Let's get on a camera. Let's check out what Cygnus does before his medic comes out, because Blue is hesitant in bringing their medic out, which most teams are. They generally keep the medic in spawn, keep that Uber intact until they coordinate a plan in terms of taking down that sentry gun. A lot of spam coming up. That's consistent with what we saw the first round, and actually Cygnus is continuing to get these overheals. So he's actually going to bring this medic out now, or they are going to be coming out together? Yeah, interesting. I'm getting a little nauseous looking at that cam. So we are going to see this push immediately out of Ducto. They have plenty of time, so there's really no reason to risk. They could definitely wait for a pick or something big to move off of, but looks like they're just going to play this standard. I don't know about this. I think they really need to take out the Pyro before they commit to an Uber push right here. And potentially that could be what they're waiting for. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen right there. Pyro is in position around the sentry gun. He will finally get that Uber pop, and that air blast is just devastating this push. So a nice job out of Armo to really make that Uber push absolutely negligent. It is like it didn't happen. That's just a waste of a minute right there for blue team. So very, very frustrating, but something you have to consider when you're pushing that the cliff is the Pyro. Pyros on this match have proven themselves to love that M2, and M2 is I'm gonna say more frustrating than the M1. All right, so no regular play is in behind the lines. Drymus is also gonna get behind the lines. Gonna do a little spawn camping, so some really aggressive plays out here from Ducto, considering there's still a sentry gun and a huge setup. We'll get on the no regular play cam again. Actually, I don't know where he went. There he goes. He's trying to get that zap down, coordinated with potentially a soft push, but not able to happen right here. Sentry gun will stay up. And really, I don't... Is Drymus? Yeah, he's still there. He's taking himself out of the fight, and that is just a terrible idea, I think. Knight did take the sentry gun down. He's been rocking that direct hit, these first opening pushes, and that's definitely the wise way to go. But right now, where would Drymus be with his stickies? I think he's still at the spawn door. He did get a K from camping right there, but finally these casualties, these frags are coming down for blue, so red's finally going to have to contend with his little sticky trap right there. Alright, so now it's doing something, I guess, preventing the team from getting to the front lines. There is one last Uber to contend with. What? I don't know why Cygnus jumped on that. Probably distracted for this medic, but down goes the Spy, down goes Cygnus as well. And the Pyro right there, this Fury is just spun up and nobody can stop him. Meanwhile, a nice jump from Para to force that Uber from blue. They're way out of position and popped on the direct hit soldier. Not necessarily the player you want to take in with an Uber. So Para just doing a great job forcing those Ubers. Second time he's done that tonight, or today, depending on what time you're watching this. And he's not giving up. He is not giving up, which you have to commend. Oh, finally he is going to go down right there. But he gave it quite the fight, and it took over 3 minutes for that first point to be capped. So yeah, this defense, especially the first point from Commanders eSports, has just been superb. We'll see what they can build up here on a roof. Oh man! No, Knight didn't get any kills right there, but it was a good distraction. Some stickies came in and took down Arm W, so no air blasting on the roof. Cygnus is going to be very, very happy about that, but we're just going to have a little awkward display of Uber exchanges until Wade got knocked off, left his poor Heavy alone, and Cygnus goes down right there. But Wade survived, so not all is lost. So a potentially big opportunity for an Uber push right there with the Pyro being down on the roof. But when you have an opposing Uber waiting for you, just not a whole lot you can do. Let's see what Hui can do right here. He's actually going to go back to spawn a little bit. Probably play oh, well, yeah, he's just going to take... Oh, I hate that. I hate that. It's not even going anywhere. Why take it out? Just speaking of an engineer main as well, of course. Blue Spy is getting behind the lines as well, so these Spies are just having too much fun. I hate when Spies have fun. When Spies have fun, that means someone else is having a really bad day. Or potentially a lot of people are having a bad day. But we do have this Uber almost ready to go for blue team. And because no regular play is in behind the lines. He's not in position to put a sap down on the sentry gun, so they are going to have to contend with that Wrangler as this push comes in. Knight, though, getting a 2K from far away, I think. Not even sure where he was, but here comes this Uber pop. No pyro on the roof, so that's good news. Drymus needs to get in here and put some stickies down on that sentry gun because it is being wrangled, and oh, so much damage it can take. Nice sticky in there takes down Cam. Oh, and a nice sticky takes down Sphinx right there, but Fiore is just getting way too up in their face and did take down Wade right there. So Fiore with nice aggression. He should not have survived that, but really Drymus and opposing Heavy just let him get way too close. So we'll see. Roof does eventually fall, but there's still some red players here, so that's always fun, potentially very, very dangerous. One of them is not an engineer, so you don't have to worry about any like teleporters behind the lines or sentries or anything like that. But it is a scout, or Clinks actually goes down, never mind. But one is a... Oh, it looks like Hue is back up here anyway. So maybe he could do something, decided instead to go a little more aggressive. It looks like Commander's eSports, though, is not going to, well, just as I said that, I thought for sure Blue would be putting more emphasis on the cart, but you know what, they almost have this 100% Uber, so I can see why they're playing a little bit more conservatively. They want to make sure they get this Uber up. Kane, meanwhile, just now putting down a level 1, so this is a very important push here for Cygnus and team, trying to get players, but now realizing he needs to focus. The sentry gun not down. Oh my goodness. Last second he turns around, I think for the Demoman, and the Uber faded away. Wade goes down right there, so no medic for Ducto as they try to push this cart up. Oh, don't look at me. He was looked at, unfortunately. So he does go down, and cart stalled a little bit right there, so could have been a better push. But sorry, I'm looking at the chat. No follow Portuguese. I think that means where is the library? A nice pick right there on opposing Heavy. Will again delay that push a little bit longer. We do have 100% Uber ready for red, but I mean, there is a level 3 up. The only reason you would really push on defensively with an Uber is if you want to buy your engineer more time, if you want to carve out more space, or if you really like need to push the team back in order to buy more time on the clock for you. With about 6 minutes on the clock on this third point, it's not essential for Commander's eSports to really push back the opposing team. As it stands, the Ubers are almost about even right here, so it's too late to do so anyway. And with the level 3 sentry gun up, Kame is in good position. He really doesn't need an Uber to push back the enemy team and buy him any more time. But we do have this Uber going off right now. We'll see if Ducto can execute it properly this time. Heavy retreating. I guess it was because he saw the red Uber pop. But that puts them in a very vulnerable position, i.e. they're on the lower ground while Heavy has the upper ground for red. Sentry gun was moved out of there with some great move by Cam. I'm not sure if he picked it up or if he rescue rangered it out of there. But meanwhile, Sphinx, or who was that? I think that was Fiore. Heavy, barely stopping the cart in time. So absolute crazy defense right there. That was crazy. All right, so let's get on the Fiore Cam because he's been doing insane amounts of work. Yeah, as you can see, leading the team. Oh, who was that? It was no regular play. Got in there and barely capped the cart. Excellent idea. It changes the spawns. For Blue, it changes everything. So absolutely the right idea to just get there and suicide in. Sometimes it's not worth it because it's just not worth it. But in this case, absolutely worth it. We'll see now if Red decides to push. They could potentially buy themselves more time to set up here on last if they do decide to pop this Uber and push Blue team back. But again, they're waiting a little bit too long for it to be a smart move now that Wade almost has 80%. Of course, Commander's eSports won't have that fine-tuned of information about the other team. They will be like, okay, so Wade's at 48%. It would be stupid for us to push right now, blah, blah, blah. But they're like, I think he's going to have Uber soon, so we shouldn't overextend because that will be bad, blah, blah, blah. So they are just going to hold on to their Uber and wait. Let's get back on the Cygnus cam, who has been the favorite to get these Ubers. So pops in there, trying to take down the Pyro first, and RMW does go down. Red Uber is popped. Cygnus is going to try to get upstairs to the sentry gun. Does a good job of bypassing. Oh no, he turned around in time, but not able to save his medic. Now he's going to try to get this engineer. Engineer pick would be even... Oh my goodness, it's gonna be so hard. And that's, oh wow, some great work from Kame, who was using that rescue ranger, but then Emanike came in and finished off Kame right there. But Para, Para gives them a little taste of his own medicine right there, except with rockets. But so a scrappy push right there, just relentless from Ducto. They can't keep up. They can't give up the pressure now. They have to keep pushing, and Knight doing a good job of that, and looks like he is going to effectively clear out this corner for her blue team to push around. So that's a great move from Knight to just continue putting that spam down and pressure red team to fall back. Now, as the most difficult part is to make it to last in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So we'll see if Ducto can pull it off. Otherwise, they're out of this match and out of this round and out of this game. There's only level 2 to greet them, but there is a Pyro as well. They have been such a beast. Oh, Red Uber popped, but drops the heavy, so Fury goes down. They do manage to hook up with the Pyro, so that's going to be something. RMW does take down Cygnus, but potentially they could have done a lot more damage right there. Oh, and Paco finishes off the med, so NG with the med pick. Love to see that. If you're an NG, if you're a med, it's probably the worst thing in the world. Fager's tried so hard to get that medic snipe, but not able to do so. In comes the blue Uber, and this probably will be the last push for Blue, as there's only 1 minute 40 seconds left. They're trying their darndest, but the spawns are coming in for red. They do have the medic healing up that heavy, and Fury has not unspawned. Finally, he stopped spinning up, but there is still some blue presence here on the balcony. They don't have that med, so they don't have the luxury of the overheals. Oh, Demo and Heavy are going to jump down. Some pressure on the card is a nice job, but a broken bottle takes down Drymus, and down went Cygnus as well. Knight, again, is just going to be very aggressive, trying to come in here. He did finish off Sphinx, did get the medic pick and all of that chaos, and was able to seek out the medic with a really nice drop right there. So no overheals for the red team, as Sphinx had like a 12-second respawn, I think. Right now, it's just up to Ducto to keep throwing players at the cart. They have 60 seconds left, so they will have another Uber charge in here and another Uber in them. But will it be enough? They can't afford to fail, obviously. Is it Uber is the question. That's a good question, Kip. Is it Uber? I hate clicking through, but there we go. It is Uber, probably the wise decision. The reason that they did have enough time to do that one last minute push. Oh, Cygnus goes down, so no Heavy. What a snipe by Fakers. We'll see if blue team can recover, and wow, just an entire wave of Ducto. It just collapsed on that point. Oh my goodness, then in from nowhere comes Para with a huge defense, but some huge stickies from Jarmus finish him off. Just the Demo left on the point. He can't do it, so Enrique goes down. No regular play getting that stab, and we will go to a third round. Dun dun. Alright, we'll be right back. We're back with the third round. So after the first round, which was very convincingly won by Commanders eSports, Ducto, by the skin of their teeth, pulled out a victory there in the second. So who knows what's going to happen here in the third. It's going to be very exciting to watch. Of course, we do have Commanders eSports defending for the first time again. Sorry, I'm just distracted by this little gravestone thing. I don't think I've seen that before. But so we'll see if Commanders eSports can put together a fine, stellar defense like they did pretty much both rounds. I mean, being able to defend for about 13 minutes on Badwater would win you any other match. But the fact that Commanders eSports put together such a bad pushing time in the second round is why they lost. So we'll see. It is in their hands, and obviously the hands of Ducto. Oh, please be running the Cow Mangler. Please, Knight. We're gonna stick on Night Camp. I really hope he's running this. That would be really funny. And it does look like he's ready in it. Fascinating. I keep thinking every time he goes back to his spawn, he's going to change his loadouts. But, what is he doing? No, he's just continuing to just kind of pop out there. And I guess he's waiting for the Uber push to coordinate with so he can sap that sentry gun and leave it paralyzed for about 3 seconds. That would be incredibly huge. But I wonder why the need for that when you have a spy that does the same thing with a sapper. But he is going for it. As you can see, it does hit the sentry gun, which is just disabled right there. A great move. Uber comes in, the sentry gun is taken out. Medic does survive for both sides, but Blue is in a position where they can continue pushing, and it looks like Red is going to back down. So look at that. Knight gets a hit out of it. Oh, but Vegas goes down to a headshot. So, oh man, that's unfortunate. Of course, nothing to do with Knight's choice of the Cow Mangler, but sorry, I just love that. The Cow Mangler, that's awesome. It worked, and this is a great opening push out of Ducto right here. We're going to stick on the Cow Mangler cam because there's not often I can say that. I don't know if I've ever seen a Cow Mangler air shot. Knight is in a bit of a pickle right now. Oh, not able to get out of that. But if he had something to prove right there, which was that, yeah, there is a place for the Cow Mangler in competitive at times. I would be surprised if he comes back with it this time, but we'll see. Meanwhile, in all of that action, Henrique got a 3K, I think. He had a really nice sticky bomb placement, and then also a good pill. He's going to try to convince his team that they can still put up a defense here on roof. There is no sentry gun, obviously, because Commanders just hasn't had time to set up. Kame, of course, a very formidable Inji would have set up if he had the time. I don't think he's even here. He may have just fallen back to third already, which I would agree with. I mean, that card is really close. It is being rolled back, or it is rolling back right now. So, yeah, look at Kame. He just fell back to third. Interesting. Very, very interesting. So this push for Blue is going to be a little easier without that sentry gun, but still going to be significantly difficult because the entire red team is up here. So we do still have the Cow Mangler. Okay, so Knight just got a kill on Para, who is jumping him. So Knight did go down, so we'll see if he comes up again with that Cow Mangler. The Uber from Red is popped, and they collapse onto the cart. But Red Med will be able to get a down. A little missed opportunity from the Blue team right there to kind of focus down that Red Medic, and they popped their Uber, which was completely unnecessary. I mean, maybe they would have had to eventually, but yeah, really not necessary in that situation. Cygnus is going to try to keep up with the momentum, but they have to know that there's a level 3 sentry gun right here. I mean, if it wasn't on the roof, then where was it, right? Drymus is actually going to get some damage down on it, but the entire red team knows he's here, and he will be targeted down pretty quickly. Oh man, Angerbell almost had that medic pick. So we do have the Cow Mangler still up, which I mean makes sense if you're looking at that level 3 sentry gun where you know where it is. It's a little more difficult if you're unsure where that level 3 sentry gun is and you're pushing blindly into like last point or something. But in this type of situation, and a situation on first where you know where that sentry gun is going to be put up because it's just the way people do it, it's not a bad idea. So, get back on the night cam in just a minute after this Uber is up. We'll get on the Hui cam. It's gonna try to get a scout pick. Gonna try to... Oh, not gonna be able to do that though. As Red has been holding on to an Uber for a while now, and that's always dangerous. And I'm surprised Blue hasn't sent in some jumping classes, try to get that Uber popped prematurely, or potentially a drop, which was obviously would be their preference out of Wade. They do have about 8 minutes to get here on the map timer, but they obviously want to set a good fast time, and they so far have had a pretty nice time. I'm not sure of it specifically, but it's about around 5 minutes, under 5 minutes. They just have to finish off this last push. Oh, Knight is not going to be in position to put down that Cow Mangler. Oh, but it doesn't matter because the Uber is dropped. Sweet backstab from no regular play that signals Blue. It is time to push. This is the time. This is the place. Where is that blue combo? They don't want to walk through this door because there's a sticky trap. They do want to wait. Looks like they may want to wait for their soldier. But you know what? If you get that med pick, you don't need this. Well, maybe, I mean, you do. But still. Alright, so here we are going to have this. Soldier does get some of that Uber to disable the sentry gun. Some nice air blasting work going on for Blue Pyro, protecting his medic from Hui, who goes down here. Red... Spy was standing on the heavy's head. Anyway, there. Red Pyro went down right there. A lot of chaos. Obviously, you can see only 3 up right now for Commanders eSports, as Ducto doing a great job pushing forward. 5 minutes and 40 seconds. A really nice work right there. And Came, where was he setting up? He was trying to set up around the corner, it looks like. I think that's where all the debris is, and that was way too far up. He's not going to have anything down here. And in fact, Knight, you can see, was taking things out with his equalizer or his escape plan. Commanders eSports is just trying to pull out anything from their hat, but losing players like crazy. Cygnus did go down to a backstab, so that's significant, but will it be enough to buy Red Team enough time to build here on last? Para is pushing forward because he has the same idea. I want to buy some time, but he can't do too much without the rest of his team supporting him and without a lot of health. Wade has his 100% Uber, so they're probably going to be pushing soon. I don't know whose camera. I guess we'll stick on the night cam because that's been really crazy. With about 5 minutes and 40 seconds left, if they can succeed on this first push, it would build a really nice time for Ducto. Oh! Wade goes down to a backstab! Didn't see it because I was on the night cam, but Uber is dropped by Wade. So Hui is giving them a little taste of their own medicine. Looks like we have the crits popped right here. So interesting decision for Sphinx to go crits. I like it. I'm not sure about the heavy use of the crits. They do have their demo man up here, so I'm not sure why they didn't just pop it on Narik. But it works. Cleared out the map room, and they will still have this crits advantage. So many interesting things going on. I'm not exactly sure where to go right here. So they're still on that crits. Let's get on the Fury cam. So we have the combo protecting map room right here, which is not what you generally have. You generally have your soldier up here. I mean, you do have your soldier here, but he's accompanied by the combo, which is not what you usually see. We do have this crits almost ready to go. I think Wade has got to be on crits as well. Because he is almost at 100%. I don't want to switch off his cam though, because we are going to see these laser beams come out. Some of them are used to take stickies out of the question, but Fiore is falling back right there. Oh no, and it is actually an Uber, so great charge. A nice kill, gets a 2K right there. Strimus pushing forward with the rest of his team. So Uber well timed, but it doesn't give them anything to do against this sentry gun. Did have Doremus jump across the map right here. The sap goes down, and actually they will be able to, so a nice coordination right there, and everything down for Red. Oh my goodness, Scout is vaporized in mid-air. Wade even gets a Uber saw on the Spy, and that will be a time of 8 minutes and 34 seconds, so not too bad. Could have been better, obviously, but significantly better than the 13-minute time that Commanders eSports put up in the second round. So all up to Commanders now to beat 8 minutes and 34 seconds. I wonder if they're all Commanders or if there's just one Commander and it's just pluraled. I don't know. Anyway. Guess it means it's time to look at hats if I'm talking crazy things. Don't look at me, I'm gonna look at you, but he died. I guess that's what happens when I look at him. Mission begins in 30 seconds. Physics right there. Alright, so we are going to see the traditional build right here out of Paco Pico Piedra. Right there. So, time to go. Oh, this was November 4th, I think, the last game of the regular season, weeks 8, I think. So this is in the midst of all the Halloween madness, which I hope you enjoyed. I personally got sick of it after the second day, but that's only because I hate Hightower. I heard a cow mangler. So guess who's on that crazy old weapon? That will be the blue soldier. I was looking at Knight, I'm like, wait, Knight is the one on cow mangler, but no, he's obviously on defense this round and playing regular. It's Para who's on the cow mangler, so that's the first time he's done that. He gets bombed in by Knight, and Knight's like, nah, no, you can't take my habit, you can't take my trick. We do have the blue Uber popped going around the corner, and they're just gonna fall back without, oh my goodness, a real misstep right there, because red Uber fell to the cart because they thought it was going to be capped. Blue Uber fell back because they saw the red Uber popped. Now red has to get back up to the cliff in order to defend, because it looks like blue now knows, but a nice sticky from Drymus anticipates where Sphinx was going, finishes off the med. Now this poor Heavy is all by himself, and mutual annihilation right there from Knight and Fury. Or actually it was Enrique who got in there. So what are these soldiers in South America thinking? I like it. I don't know if it's gonna... Yeah. Oh, he got taken down by the NG right there. So, Pico Parador is like, no. You do not cow mangler in my house. We do have an Uber ready and waiting for red as they're set up here, but this is not the ideal spot. And as you can see, Paco is even set up a sentry gun, so they want to hold right here, which is, I don't like this idea. I think you hold on roof. You get a level 3 sentry gun guaranteed to be up on roof, and then you can hold for the rest of your lives, if it so pleases you. But it's going to be very, very difficult to hold right here. Even if that Uber, after that Uber's popped, it's going to be difficult to get away alive with your medic. So I'm not sure about this. We'll see how it goes. They have been spotted out in their little cubby hole. It's also going to be really easy to force the Uber in here, which definitely needs to happen. And just as I say that, the Uber does go off. Not exactly a force. Wade just... I'm not exactly sure what happened right there, but blue Uber coming in, and they're in a much better position. Need to finish off the med who's on the cart. It actually does go down right there. Fiore spun up again. This man is never unspun, ladies and gentlemen. I mean that metaphorically, of course. But there's a few little pieces of resistance left from this red team, namely this demo man who's just putting stickies all over the cart, but he goes down to a backstab with some nice pick from Hui. Looks like Anger Bell wanted to try something too, but not able to do so, and finally it's capped. But that took a couple minutes right there for first. We'll see. Blue's going to be aggressive right here, and that's absolutely the right call. So look, there's nothing on roof. So yeah, I do not like that hold that Commanders put up. What am I saying? No, that Ducto put up against Commanders right there, because it leaves them no chance to defend roof. They are getting some presence on roof right there, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And look how close the cart is. It's just, I don't know, very, very risky. Even though they do have a close to an Uber, okay, now they have this Uber after I stumbled over my words for total of 10 seconds. So they have this Uber, which they can use to push back, but I don't know about this. Commanders eSports really has to get it pushed together now in order to make Ducto pay for what I still think was a miscue on that hold on first. Commanders trying to do it by putting their light classes on the cart. A really nice idea right here. And then a dual attack on the roof. And down goes Cygnus. He is not in position to get this Uber if his medic does decide to pop. He's not sure where to go. Do you defend the cart? Do you defend the roof? Wade is... who knows where? Where's his medic with that Uber? And actually, Wade was just behind them. They could have popped, but not able to do so. Now Blue has this Uber. Won't be surprised. Oh no, the backstab comes in and Sphinx drops. Oh my god, that's bad. Commanders just running into the worst luck right there. First, Fury going down, and then that Uber drop. But what a nice hold right there from Ducto. We'll see with less than 4 minutes left, can they continue holding on to this roof area without a level 3 sentry gun? Usually that's not the case, and it looks like it's probably not going to be the case here, as that sentry gun is, cart is so close. Sentry gun going down right there, but there's still a lot of players here for red, and potentially Ducto could do something. But potentially doesn't mean they are going to do something, and they did lose that point finally, which I thought would be a much faster cap for Commanders, but actually not. So we'll see if Commanders can do this time what they were not able to do successfully last time, which is push forward to the next point and not allow Red to get any sort of presence. So that looks like that's their goal right here. They have to be successful in this, though, otherwise they're just going to waste way too much time trying to get around this corner. Looks like, though, it's all is working out right now for Commanders eSports, as Ducto has just decided to give up third and plant on last with about 3 minutes left. Oh my goodness, no regular play was in behind. He could have done something huge right there, but not able to do so. Blue has this 100% Uber and a nice advantage. They need to act immediately, and they do. Sphinx pops, but can't get out the window. He's going to be separated from his heavy. Oh, that is a nightmare for a medic. Doesn't matter, though, because Paco does go down. No, Paco didn't go down, but his sentry gun did. I'm not sure where he was wrangling from, but doesn't matter. This defense is rallying around Paco, and they're able to stop that assault from Blue. Oh man, Sphinx not able to get through the window is going to be that huge play that may make or break this game. We'll see if Commanders can regroup from that, but it's going to be very, very difficult because they have this uber disadvantage now. I mean, it's not like Wade or anybody they're going to pop, but wait, that charged way too fast. Okay, no, never mind. They're still running that regular Uber, which is probably the right idea. You can't go with crits because there is going to be a level 3 sentry gun up. I mean, potentially quick fix, but that's got to be one of those things that you coordinate earlier and you practice in scrims. It's not something you can just pull out of your butt in the heat of a match. Anyway, sentry gun goes down immediately. Paco not able to get that Wrangler up. Blue's going to retreat. They can't do this. They need to just engage. Not getting the frags right now. Wade did go down to a backstab from Quay, so a nice pick right there. Meanwhile, Sphinx is still alive and getting these heals off, but no, some pills coming in and takes down Sphinx. Blue team is well and alive, though. Will they be able to continue this gap? And it looks like Commanders eSports will be able to. Oh man, with seconds left, a GG and Commanders come back to take it 2-1. So congrats to Commanders, or as I can only assume they say in Spanish America, in Latin America, in South America, Commandores or something. I don't know. That was supposed to be a joke, but it's poorly timed. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Not sure who sent this in. Actually, let me just check on this real quick. It was Friori, of course. All right, so thanks so much for watching, guys. Thanks to Friori for sending it in. If you have a match you want to see casted, definitely hit me up at kiptf2@gmail.com or on Twitter at kiptf2. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Have a good day.